Hey, everybody, welcome to Taking the Time. We are live here for another review and another show, and we have a giveaway announcement, a winner announcement for Wrist Check Monthly. So that's pretty cool. Before we get into the review and then the lottery, though, we are going to chat a little bit about what we've noticed in the news and, just do what we do. So,
yeah, absolutely. There's some pretty exciting stuff that's out and about right now. It's Valhalla of Norway. We talked about this on the last show. They're at just about 101%, but that even though they're limited edition, that there's still plenty of watches left. So if you want to get one, get on in there and grab one. That's valhallaofnorway.com or their Kickstarter, Valhalla of Norway. And now the newest news is, since it hit 100%, Roy, the owner, has opened up a second, it's kind of a bracelet option. It's not an option. Now, if it is fully funded, it will come with the watch, and it's the Shark Mesh bracelet, which is always fun, and it looks really good on it. I had a different one when I had the watch to review, and it looked really sharp. So
take that stretch goal, people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to, I think Michael watches our show, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to him last night and this morning, and he was telling me about Waltham Watches. Now, this is originally a pocket watch company started in the 1800s. It was an American company, and it looks like now it's owned by a Swiss group, and it probably has been for years. I just haven't been aware of that, but they are coming out with a new Waltham watch, wristwatch. And it's supposed to be pre-order going live on the 26th of February. But Waltham Watches, they have a Facebook where they just showed the full first, picture of the dial today. And they have a couple of teasers from like funky angles and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And like, you got to love the history of it. Very, very passionate about the history of watches. So definitely check that out. I don't know. I think, I feel like the watch industry is kind of slow right now. People got over that Zenith thing, and then la la la. Yeah,
pretty much.
There's the debacle about the authorized dealer that was, I guess, selling on the side so that they could, make way over retail on their watches.
It was a Rolex dealer, wasn't it? Kind of selling a gray market.
I guess they got pulled. I guess Rolex pulled the line from them.
Oops.
So,
I mean, yeah. I mean, can you imagine that though? I mean, you think you're getting it from, one of the other kind of gray market companies that deals with kind of overflow watches. You get a brand new Rolex knocking 25% off or something. I mean, that was, I guess,
25% over. 25% over.
Wow.
That's the problem. I really got to catch you up on Rolex. Just so we can talk about it every once in a while, but it's not. Yeah, it's a blip, right?
Yeah, it's just so much, and like guys, Michael and everybody, everyone it's so helpful that tells us little tidbits, and it gives us content for the show. Definitely.
Before we do our wrist check, I just want to do a little teaser. This has been a bit of a passion project of mine, the Mitchell Jet Age, and you guys have seen the one with the stock certificate in it. That's still available. So what this is a moving second hand that's a turbine wheel. So a nice hammered 6897 movement. Beautiful movement setting in there too. And just a little turbine second hand. A little something. I tell you what, I've had trouble with this watch. I've had to adjust and work on that dial hole to make sure it had enough room for that disc to go all the way around. So I'm pretty proud of being able to say that watch is finished. So I had to show that off. Sorry.
No, it is. It's impressive. I know some of the tribulations you've had with that. It's the problem when I know the feeling when you start second guessing yourself. You're like, now I realize why nobody's done this before, because it's hard. It's really hard. This is really difficult. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And I had it in a different case that had straighter lugs. And I never really liked that case that much, to be honest with you. And I was actually talking to Robert, and I'm like, should I keep it in this case or should I put it in a Warthog case? And he's like, the Warthog case, because of those sloping lugs. And it does have a nice lug profile. It slopes, and it makes it more comfortable. It's more wearable for sure, especially if you have a smaller wrist. But
although that case is excellent. I have. Is that the same case that I have? I just have the black.
It's close. It's not the exact same, but it's pretty close. So
okay. Yeah, and I find that even with my big old monster ham hocks to be very comfortable to wear. So it's really a watch that anybody can wear.
And the crown's it's not too obtrusive compared to like a big crown. I mean, it's big, but it's not like massive.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's funny because there was no problems with the movement. It was just the way the dial was setting up against that second hand. It was creating some friction, which I don't like. I mean, nobody should like friction in a watch movement, whether it's the second hand rubbing on the dial or whatever. But I was talking to Robert, and he's like, put it in a Warthog case. It's going to be more comfortable. And I'm like, you're right. So I finally did. I got it positioned. It's been running. It's like I never keep accuracy less than within a minute, so less than 60 seconds. But it's been running for 2 days now, and it's on the same minute, if that makes sense. So it's within a minute accurate. I can't say that it's like 2 seconds off or anything like that, but it's like pretty much dead on to the minute. And I mean, it's a 6497. So it's how do you really track? I mean, it'd be a pain. Not worth getting that detail of accuracy just to say it. So, but anyway.
Yeah, and I mean that's also a good movement. It's brand new.
It's not, man. It's a restored old. I think it's Arnex.
Oh, very well. Yeah. I mean, as long as it's had its tune up, then it should be.
Philippe Silva is the one that did this movement.
Oh, then it should. Then that says all. Anybody that knows him knows that he's known for extreme accuracy, and so
I have no worries about the accuracy of the watch.
No, I would not be concerned at all.
Yeah. All right, let's do a wrist check, man.
Okay, I'm boring today, and I have old reliable.
God, stupid to so. Oh.
Yeah, it's awful, but honestly, I wasn't thinking. I didn't plan ahead, and I was like, well, so that's what it is. It is. That's what it is today. It's to so that I've managed to somehow kill the chronograph in it. It stops after 4 seconds, and I have to flick the crystal and wind it and do other weird stuff to try to get it to go again. And then it'll go around and it'll stop at like the 4 second mark again. But at the same time, it stops a small second hand, which is really inconvenient. And what do you guys, Swatch Group? And so my whole watch gets out of time. So, but I can't.
All right. Well, today I'm wearing my brand new RPaige, and you can check out his watches, the link below here. But this is the W Rocket case. It's in titanium, and he's been showing quite a few of these titanium case watches. Carousel, got some funky glare there. There is a Riverside 19 jewel Waltham pocket watch movement in the back there. It's a beautiful movement on a beautiful gray croc strap. Check out that Conquistador helmet crown. Like I posted photos on our page too. Some really good pictures of that crown. It's just an incredibly beautiful piece. I picked out this gray dial. It's actually a prototype dial. I was pretty blessed, I'll say, to be able to kind of pick some of the stuff out. And I mean, that's how Mr. Paige does that. So, you know, you tell him what you want, or, you know, you give him some ideas. He throws some stuff out there. It's a conversation. It's a dance, really. It's a beautiful thing. I love working with Richard on getting watches and just talking to him. I talk to him all the time, and I love to talk about watches and like get ideas and stuff like that. So I was very, very pleased to get this watch. We decided to go with that red secondhand, and so the watch is truly muted. It's got blue cathedral style hands. The dial's gray. The numbers are silver, and it's super muted. It fits the titanium beautifully. And then you have this red, you know, crescent shaped second hand window for that disc to go around. I absolutely love the carousel models. And he does it in different ways. You'll have the opening like that. Some of them are completely open, and I've talked to him about that. And what he does is their enamel dials, he pops that centerpiece out, and I mean that is a skill. Like, trust me, like if you've ever messed with pocket watch dials, that enamel, first of all, it's like 100 years old, and you know, one false move and you've cracked it and you've destroyed it. So it's no good. So I mean, just the art and skill it takes to properly remove that sunken second hand so that he can put that full disc in there is quite impressive. And man, I mean, hey, this is not my first RPaige. And I love everything pretty much that Richard does. So you can call it bias if you want, but and this is the way I've explained it to people. And I was telling Sean, because he just got his first one, maybe at the beginning of the week. I can't remember, but I think it was the beginning of the week. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm telling you, like, and I've told other people, and I think Robert's probably going to be testament to this too. When you get your first RPaige, it changes the way you collect watches. And let's think about it. I got my first one for my birthday last year in May. And that was the stainless steel case. It's very similar to this, polished case, white Elgin dial with the red full cutout, full moon second hand. And since then, I probably sold off 2/3 of my micro brand collection.
Wow.
Yeah, because it truly changed the way I collected watches. And you know, it's there's something special about an RPaige watch for sure. And I know people, if you don't understand that, then you probably haven't had one of Richard's watches, first of all, but you haven't had that special experience with other brands either. And you know, I've basically had that with like 2 brands of watches in my entire 21 years of collecting watches. And the other brand is Panerai. You know, that's the other brand that has a special place in my heart. And they're, you know, I don't know, the cheapest one's like $5,000 now, something like that. So it's like, that's the caliber of watch that we're dealing with RPaige watch. With RPaige watches, I mean, it's phenomenal. And you know, it's funny because they're both 45 millimeter. You know, let's compare and contrast Panerai for just the sake of doing it. Most of the Panerais are 44 millimeter. This watch is a 44 millimeter. Their styling, it's completely different, but the original Panerais, and when I say original, forgive me, the Richmont group or the Wyndham group that started in 98, most of those watches had a Unitas or an ETA 6497 movement. A lot of Richard's watches have that same movement in the more entry level, and then the higher end watches have the American made pocket watch movements. So there's different tiers. He definitely has a few different cases. He just came out with the jukebox case, which is a 41 millimeter. He has the speakeasy case, which is that square with the circle style. That's my next one. For sure.
What's the one that's kind of like a trapeze?
Oh gosh. It's I know one of them is called the Crash, but I think that case has a different name.
Skyscraper case?
Skyscraper.
Was that
It's
it?
the Skyscraper case. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's super cool. It's a little big for me, but you could rock that like a champ for sure.
I would love to. And I get the same feedback from a lot of people that own Richard's watches, that everything you said. So this is a warning for it's kind of a PSA to tell you how far down the rabbit hole and how expensive this can get. With micro brands and stuff, they're fun. You can get a good number of them. Relatively, without breaking the bank. And it's fun. You could switch them out, all the time, whatever. And then you start to become a little bit more discerning. You kind of find exactly what it is you want. And then you start getting into these, if it's Panerai or Rolex or, or RPaige. And then it's this kind of crazy quest for this quality over quantity. So you're willing to sell off,
yeah,
10 things for just one thing. But
yeah,
and it's and I'm not trying to say anything bad about the quality of any other brands out there. I mean, everybody, it's not hard to make a decent watch.
Honestly, it's relatively easy.
Yeah. Price ranges for RPaiges.
So the cheapest. So he was doing some pandemic specials there for a while. I haven't seen one of those lately. But if you go on his website, he has a couple pieces that are starting. They're like the Skyscraper actually. He has one of those on sale for I believe $1,200. And then the jukebox, the 41 millimeter, that new case that he just came out with, I believe it starts at $1,400. You can always reach out and tell him what you want and talk to him and kind of etch that out with him though. I feel pretty comfortable that he'd be very receptive of that. That's how his website's set up too.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a great guy. We had him on the show. And my first time actually getting to even talk to him, I hadn't even talked to him on the phone, just kind of through, on Facebook and everything. And it was just, I felt like when you first talk to Richard, he's just one of those really special people. It's like, you feel like you knew him forever. And I mean, so I know, I have a feeling, if you really, I like the one that Brad had, but maybe the muted dial isn't really somebody else's style. They want something kind of, he has so much talent, and he has so many parts that he could pretty much, I don't want to bite off too much and say he could pretty much build you almost whatever you can dream of, but
I think he has, and I love the muted dial, and
that's really cool.
Granted, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's not like, it looks like you can't even see the numbers, but in person, you can see the numbers because they're a silver against a gray, but that he does have this dial, I believe, in black and white. So you can get a black dial, and then the silver numbers pop really well. And I think he has it in white as well. He might have a third color. I can't remember, and I don't want to misquote. Also, the second hand doesn't have to be in red. I'm pretty sure there's a white option too. Just before I got this watch, he posted, I don't remember if it was in the micro brand group or the League of Micro Brands, one of the groups that he's in. He posted like probably 10 different carousels. And I'm like, oh, come on, you're killing me. And so, I mean, it really shows you how many options, I don't want to, there's not a limit, but there is, there's plenty of options though. I mean, he can do a carousel in the speakeasy case. Now it all depends on, so some of the watches have, some of them are an open case, meaning the second hand is 6 o'clock from the 12 o'clock crown on a pocket watch. So you have to look at the logistics of that. So certain dials won't work with certain movements, but I don't want to get too far into that. Like this is an open face movement because the crown is at 12 and the seconds is at 6, but it's really 9 and 3.
Oh yeah, once you rotate it 90 degrees from a pocket watch,
and that's how the dial is
on top. So you take the stem, move it to the side.
So some of them are Hunter pocket watch movements, which means the crown is 3 hours from the second hand, and some of them are 6. So it's directly across, or it's a quarter. But we're getting way too much into that.
And any of the real, the real official nerds out there totally understood everything you just said. There's a couple. There might be one or two people that are like, "Wait, what the?" Just imagine a pocket watch. There's a crown on the top, and then turn it sideways, and then re-index the dial. That's what basically Brad is saying, and so you can flip it around. You can flip it all the way around, make it a left-handed version, whatever. But yeah, long story short, that's what Brad was getting at.
Yeah.
I would have brought in. I'm surprised you don't have a pocket watch there for.
I should have
demonstration.
I don't have one laying around either.
I have one, but it's not in a case, so it doesn't help us either.
It doesn't help. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, Jesus, phenomenal. He has a line called Barrage. It's a Cali dial. He has titanium cases like this. He has polished stainless, and he might still have some black cases. I'm not sure if it's PVD or DLC or what the coating is, but it's a nice polished black case. Beautiful cases. So I know there's those 3 options with the W Rocket. There's he might still have a bronze speakeasy case. Then there's the polished steel speakeasy case. Beautiful watches. He has something called the Duo, so you can flip it over, and you can see that you can actually wear it like a bracelet, where you can see the watch movement. Like Robert, did I forget anything? I talked about the jukebox. I think I've covered all of the cases that I'm aware of. The skyscraper. I think that's pretty much covers it. So, you can have a brand new Swiss movement, or you can have a restored pocket watch movement, and then you can go through different options with hands. And it has to. I have to say that he's definitely been an influence. He's definitely been an influence in Mitchell, because after starting to have a lot of conversations, my new watch, the Air Commander, coming out here in a month or so, is definitely got some of his influence in it, and specifically the hands. The hands are I would say, as much as I hate to say copy, they're kind of a copy of one of his hand designs. And I asked, I said, "Hey, I love these hands. Do you mind if I knock these off and make kind of my version, which is slightly different, but it's still very much a copy of his hand design." And he's like, "Yeah, man, go for it. It fits the case." I showed him the case and what I was working on, and he gave me the blessing. I can't appreciate that enough. But I mean, that's the way you should be doing it, right? You shouldn't just rip somebody's idea off. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, kind of
but
gentleman's
amazing.
intellectual property thing that
Yeah.
is this really kind of inspired me here. Is it all right if I use it? Most of the time, people will be like, "Wow, really? Okay, sure."
Yeah. I mean,
Or they might be,
and it's-
well,
and
you
I'm
can
not
use it,
gonna-
but only if you buy the hands from me for $1,000 a set. And you're like, never mind. But no, I've yet to come across anybody that was really that standoffish about things like that. If usually people are just happy you ask, and
Right.
kind of they're flattered that they've inspired you to do something with a similar piece.
Right.
Yeah. So that's,
And I mean, a great guy. Like, I just want to fly to Hawaii and go grab lunch with him and just chat. Like, I really hope that I get to do that one day. Not that I'm just going to fly to Hawaii just to do that, but I would. Like, I really would.
Yeah.
But I really do hope that I get to meet up with Mr. Richard Page and have a lunch or dinner or something and just kind of just chat, because so much fun to talk to, so much knowledge and experience, just incredible guy. But I could sit here and say that for another 20 minutes and then people will be bored to tears. So
yeah,
do you have any questions about my watch? Do you have any insights or anything you want to add, or any burning questions?
for me.
Yeah.
Oh no, what about your new one or that one?
Yeah.
No, I mean it looks great. I've seen the picture, and you're right. It's the camera doesn't do it justice. It's tricky to capture. Anybody watching can kind of see it behind on the screen, so you can see how it's easy for the owner to read it, but it might be a little bit difficult for somebody standing X number of feet away to.
And I mean, honestly, that's exactly what I wanted. Like, he showed me that dial and I'm like, oh my God, it's just so muted and so like flat. It's like the titanium is the titanium and the numbers match. And then the gray is just like a few shades darker. And that's exactly what I wanted, because when I look at this watch, 3 things pop on the dial, and it's the hands and the second hand. So the second hand disc, the hands, and then the RPaige logo at the top. And it just like that pops out, and it's just incredible. And then everything else is like a subtle muted. It's phenomenal. Like, he sent me a picture of it as we were like, he showed me the dial in the case a while back, and I'm like, man, that looks great. And then he finished it up like a week ago or something like that. I think he sent me a picture. I'm like, man, that looks great. And then I opened it up. I'm just like, oh my God, this watch is perfect. It's just, it's something special,
It is. Yeah, I mean, I thought it looks kind of almost like a mil spec type of thing, but then it has this pops color and personality. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
And brushed titanium and kind of that muted greenish grays and stuff, and then just pop red and pop blue, and then it's just definitely cool.
I'm gonna switch the background for you guys to see the lugs a little better. I think maybe not. I don't know if that'll work during the show, but
I don't know. The other thing that I did find out from last week is that we can, and you guys can also type in links live while it's on the show. During the show, the link won't go live, but afterwards, when the show is shared around, as soon as it ends, that'll turn into a clickable link. So if you have anything in the comments you want to share, like Brian's an idiot.com or something like that, hey, go for it. And, so have fun with it. It's just something we just kind of realized. And because we don't have tech support, we don't have, we don't have any support at all. We have all, any viewers that are gracious enough to, spend their Friday or whatever day.
So this is the picture I wanted to share. This is the best way I can kind of express the lugs, the way the lugs are, like those 3 layers. And I mean, this is a macro photo that I did. So, but I mean, you can see like the artistry in each angle and each layer of those lugs. And it's just, there's no way I could shove that in your face and you could see those articulations and those levels and the sweeps. But if you go on our page, you can really see what it looks like. And it's truly incredible. But I know people are waiting on us to announce a winner. So I think maybe we should transition on into that. And I'll stop talking about my beautiful, incredible watch that I am so proud of. So again, RPaigeWatch.com. Go check out the website, and we're going to get on to our next thing. We got wristcheckmonthly.com doing a subscription giveaway. And I'm going to turn this over to Brian because I've been talking way too much.
Oh, it's okay. It's nice. I have some animals making some noises behind me here. I don't know. Not sure what's going on. Yeah. Anyway, so today, the pièce de résistance is going to be, it is going to be our first time doing a spin. There's 24 spots on the wheel, and if this messes up, it is 100% my fault because it's my first time doing it. And this is going to be for Victorinox Alliance. It's a box set with a retail price of about $4.99 US, and we have 24 spots on the wheel, and
roughly 4% chance of winning if you only have one spot.
If you have only one spot, but as I was setting it up earlier, there's definitely people kicking for their favor. Also, before we get to the spin, continue with obviously with Wrist Check Monthly and the
I'm going to guess that
charity.
Sean has received all of the subscription watches, and he's been bragging about how great some of these options, some of the levels are. And I've heard some bad stuff about subscription companies, but I've not heard one bad thing about Wrist Check Monthly. And knowing Sean and the level of care that him and Rich go through to pick out each watch for each level is just, it's phenomenal. So I can't say enough positive things about Wrist Check Monthly. And then they're giving away stuff on top of that. So
yeah, and work, great, doing a ton of charity work. It's really, really good. They've been so great to partner up and team up with to help out with the charities and things like that. But so are we ready to spin it and see who wins?
For the record, that was Brian that typed "I love you too, Sean."
Well, of course, because he said we love you, Brian. I said, yes, I love you too.
I'm not throwing the O word out like that all willy nilly. But anyway, yeah, we're ready to go. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right, Sean. You pound it. That's it. Right on, brother. But so let's see who wins the Victorinox, the box set. I'm gonna try to do this.
And let's do this.
Oh, we need to.
I need somebody to give us a number from 1 to 7, right?
Yeah, it could be 1 to 10. Anything. It's how many times I'm going to shuffle this, and the names. on this side won't change, but they will change where they are in the wheel. So, anybody?
All right, somebody give us a number. Ooh, our comments are slow or what?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No.
This one doesn't count.
Well, no,
Two.
yeah.
We got the number 2. So let's randomize it twice.
All right, sorry, they did. That was a false start.
Premature.
Yeah.
Premature spin. We're going to randomize it twice.
Sorry. Okay. 1, 2. All right. Are we
12? What are you, crazy, Travis?
ready to spin it now?
All right, here we go. Here's the winner.
All right.
This is the official.
For all the marbles, sorry about the false start. Here we go. Let's come on. Don't make me look stupid here. Oh, Cedric Miata.
By a hair. Congratulations, Cedric. Got that nice box set. And keep on subscribing. And man, the charity work that's going on with these guys is crazy. You know, I've owned Mitchell timepieces for 2 years. We started in February 2 years ago. As I say, just about to the date. But and I'm just not there to where I can do this type of charity work. And these guys are making it a point to make that part of what they're doing, which is incredible. It motivates me to get to a better position so that I can do some more charity work through Mitchell timepieces. But it's definitely inspirational, and it's good to see that there's good human beings out there. Congratulations to Cedric, excuse me. And we're glad you guys took the time, and we're glad that Wrist Check Monthly has allowed us to do these type of things for them, work with them, and help promote them. So it's definitely doing some good out there in the world.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, can't say enough great things about that. And kind of goes back to what I was talking about. Is that we do this for the love of watches, but it's also about the people. And there's a lot of really great people that, seem to find this entertaining. I don't know. Maybe it's whatever it is, whatever your reason for watching it. Thank you. And really, I mean, that's the whole idea, is just have fun with it. If you take life too seriously, it's just going to pass you by. So, enjoy yourself and, have fun with it. And it's great to have, raffles and stuff like that. Sorry about my, I didn't realize by clicking on it was going to spin the wheel, and then I'm sure I made somebody angry, but I honestly am sorry. It was the first time I've done that, and now I know. It
wasn't official. We know what's going on. Yeah, it wasn't official. It's all good.
But, and that's the thing, is it's just really great people, and there's a lot of people like, yeah, man, well, I wish I did win, but Brian screwed it up, and he did take full credit for that, and he said that if I screw this up, then I own it. So yeah.
Okay, we're at 20% of our goal for the 5 watch giveaway. Sean just said £5 a ticket. I'm gonna get the current rate on that for the American boys that are watching us.
Yeah, those fellas in the colonies here.
Right.
Yeah.
£5. That can't be that much.
Not after Brexit.
Where is the US dollar? It's $7. It's $7.
It's still stronger than the dollar. Yes.
You want to spend $7 to a chance to win a watch, and you should see the list of these watches.
Yeah.
So let's get over there. Let's get some money. We're only at 20%. Come on, guys. Come on. It's $7. Skip Starbucks. It's fine. Trust me. It's not good coffee anyway. That's a whole nother show. But anyway, so let's get on over to the website, and let's get in that lottery, £5 or $7 for a ticket to win one of 5 watches. That's
and that includes international shipping. I can't ship something within the United States to you, Brad, for I think less than $7. That's about the going $7 or $8 is what it costs.
Flat rate priority box is $8.40,
yeah,
$30, like that.
So I mean, there's the postage there. I mean, hello, yeah, it's really cool. And
Sean just put the link, so the link is in the comments. And I think that's a good place for us to shut her down for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I haven't had dinner.
Yeah, I probably need to go outside by now. But yeah, excellent. Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we did today. And congratulations to today's winner. Our first time, me. So, yeah. But, hopefully I'll get the hang of that too. So, it's just something else that we're all, kind of learning and working with it together. So,
and I found a workaround, by the way. So I might be able to start doing screen sharing. I think I figured it out a way.
Just like a reach around.
Okay. Yeah. But we'll talk about that later. Guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And have a good week. We'll see you next time.
Until next time. Bye-bye.